Daniels.
17-14 at halftime. LSU. Let's hear what Brian Kelly has to say.
Good demonstration there to the officiating crew. What were you trying to make for points?
You know, they've got big offensive receivers, and they're getting off the line, and we just got to do a better job.
Okay. You guys have been able to get to the red zone, move the ball up and down the field, but how can you be more productive once you get there?
Yeah, we have not been effective, obviously. We had the big opening drive and weren't able to cash in. You know, we got to be more decisive in whether we give the ball. And I think we've gotten away from, what, our reads are. And we're just trying to do a little bit too much. We'll settle down here. We'll go through it again and just be more disciplined with our reads, and we'll be fine.
Thanks.
I appreciate Brian Kelly's halftime interviews. That is so analytical, right? He's got to put it on Daniels. 6 red zone trips. He come away with 2 touchdowns.
Then he goes to do a halftime interview with Gordy Rush. Gordy Rush. Badass from Guarantee Media. One of those people with LSU who gets the access with Kelly. Florida State able to make some plays. They come back in this game, and then LSU kicked the field goal there thanks to the huge 35-yard run from Josh Williams on 3rd and 10. We've made the joke all off season. This guy is automatic from 3rd and long. Like, we've made the joke because it's just so damn true. Wow. That play set LSU up for points. LSU should have scored a touchdown. That is a big let off. Okay, that's the problem. We've had 3, maybe 4 let-offs in this game where we have absolutely allowed Florida State to somehow escape. How many times have we had them in their red zone? I mean, I think the play differential at one point was 19 plays to 2 that we had in the red zone. And we've had 6 different opportunities inside their red zone to score points. Came away with only 2 touchdowns and a field goal. That's no. We've shut them down in the running game. We've had 0 penalties. Look at this, 293 total yards to 213 LSU. Passing yards, 188 to 174. Daniels is 11 for 22, 188, 0 touchdowns, 50% completion rating, obviously. Travis has been more efficient than Daniels, 14 to 21, 174, 2 touchdowns, but he threw that ill-advised pick to Deuce Chestnut. That was a huge play by Deuce Chestnut. We have run the ball far better than them. 105 yards, 19 rushes. Most of the yards, 75 of the yards, 75 of the yards of the 105 came from 2 plays from Jaden Daniels with 40 yards. Josh Williams with that 35-yard run there on 3rd and 10. So LSU able to make some big rushing plays there at the end of half, but it was close. We were 24 yards. They were at 23 for most of that first half. Just nothing in the running game for both teams. And then we explode for those 2 big plays and really start to kind of dominate up front. We'll see what some of the comments are here. Tyler Barros. Am I saying that right? Tyler Barros. What's up, Lon? How you doing, my brother? What's up, Tyler? Where are you watching this game? How are you watching? There's our guy, Booger McFarland. They're on the halftime show. Mario's Cristobal says, we are trying to beat Florida State and Jaden Daniels. Okay. I don't know what's going on with there. Turd Ferguson says, Turd gonna take a dump in this chat. Yuck. Turd Ferguson. Welcome back, my sire. Welcome back. What a game this has been. This has been an awesome game. This has been a badass game. This is what you want to see. This is college football back. There's been some big lighted up hits that have been just awesome. We've seen our guys, Mekhi Wingo, knock the shit out of somebody. We've actually seen Jaden Daniels go flying into the air, terrifying all of us, getting pelted, body slammed, and somehow getting up. Like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking, like, oh, I will not, I can't believe that he did that. That judo just jump. He left, I mean, that athletically was so unbelievable. But it was so terrifying because what he's just completely out of control and right up the gut. And then we continue to run this guy up the gut. You're going to get Jaden Daniels hurt. Stop running him up the middle. Stop it. It was very impressive to see what we were doing on defense, though, as the game wore on with Mekhi Wingo up front, absolutely being just mayhem. I counted 5 pressures from Mekhi Wingo. 5 pressures. Braden Swinson also had 3. He's been in there a ton. He's been getting a ton of penetration. Savion Jones had a big third down quarterback hit. Absolutely blasted Jordan Travis. So we've got quarterback hits from Greg Brooks Jr. as well, who's had some big-time pressures, including that one that forced that interception to Deuce Chestnut, forced the really ill-advised throw from Jordan Travis. 2 pass breakups from Greg Brooks Jr., including one that was way up high where he smacked the ball out of the guy's hand, and then another where he's jarring it loose. Major Burns was beaten for that touchdown with Keon Coleman, who's caught 2 touchdowns here in the first half. But as you all saw, maybe it's a cramp, maybe it's an actual injury, severe injury. But either way, he went to the locker room early, so that could be big time for LSU. We've just seen a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties from Florida State. Let's take a look at what those how many they had again. 6 penalties. 6 penalties from Florida State in the first half. 6 penalties from Florida State, and we have only a 3-point lead. 6 points, a turnover. It sucks. Aaron Anderson had that ball go right through his hands. But just like in last season's game, when Malik Neighbors had the ball go through his hands on the punt return, Mekhi Wingo recovered the ball like the next play. Well, Deuce Chestnut, thanks to Greg Brooks Jr. pressure, gets the pick, steps in front, gets that pick. Johnny Wilson has also bailed us out with a few drops. I'm going to tell you right now, Zy Alexander is getting burnt. Zy Alexander has allowed 4 catches, has been targeted 7 times in this first half, 7 times total. I'm not kidding here. Allowed 3 catches, 1 for a touchdown, and then there was 2 other passes that Johnny Wilson just dropped that would have gone for big yardage. So that's just nuts. We absolutely, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with the defensive backs because you also saw Andre Sam miss a big tackle that allowed Keon Coleman to go the distance on that play, on that first touchdown. You saw Sage Ryan beaten twice on a first down pass. His coverage was solid. It was late, but he was like right there about to tip the ball, and it went right past his fingertips. So he recovered. It was just a great throw and a great play. It was low. Johnny Wilson made the play. And then he allowed another one right there at 4 minutes and 30-second mark, second half. But he also drew an offensive pass interference penalty that should have killed that drive for Florida State. It's been very interesting seeing Harold Perkins and Omar Speights kind of switching. You'll see them kind of go out together, and one will go back into coverage, go into the nickel roll, and the other will blitz. You'll just see them doing little things like that where Harold will be the spy one play, Omar will be the middle linebacker on the other. You just see them go back and forth. Very interesting plays out there from our defense. You've seen Jacobian Guillory make some pressures, have some big hits behind the line of scrimmage. Deuce Chestnut has a tackle for loss as well to go with the interception. You're seeing a lot of tackles here from Jacoby Guillory. He's got 3 tackles. Major Burns is 2 and got beat for that touchdown. Omar Spates leads the way with 4 tackles. It's been a big hitting game. Both teams have made some righteous hits, preventing like any type of yardage. And we thought we would see Ovia Gufu have a big game. We've barely seen the guy. Just 1 tackle, 1 solo to stop. We have rarely seen Greg Penn out there. 1 total tackle. Harold Perkins has been quiet. Harold Perkins has been handled out there at times, blocked out of the plays. And I just think maybe we're not using him as well as we could. Maybe we need to start attacking Jordan Travis a bit more, because it feels like we're maybe just kind of hanging back a bit, letting Florida State back in this thing. I don't like that. This game should be 17-7 at the least right now. And you could argue it should be 21-7. Should have scored a touchdown there before half. Mario's Crystal Ball says, got to admit this game is hard to watch, though. I mean, maybe if you don't like football, but I mean, this game's interesting to me. I like the chess match. Compared to how sloppy last year's game was, I'll take this. It hasn't been the offensive spectacle you expected, but here's the thing. It's just been the first half. Remember the last time LSU played Alabama? That game absolutely exploded after a very, very low-scoring first half. So, say what you will, but this game could absolutely have both teams scoring into the 40s in the second half, and I wouldn't even be surprised, because that's what happens in college football. And you guys forget that every single time. You think, oh, no, that sounds so pie in the sky. That sounds like crazy talk. But it's like, nope, that's what happens in college football. The teams you don't expect, the things you don't expect to happen, oftentimes they do. And in such crazy ways that they can only be satisfying to the teams that, get the break from those bizarre novelties occurring. And LSU have gotten the breaks here early. We've gotten all the calls. We've gotten everything going our way. Florida looks like they're just like mentally unraveling on defense, and we didn't take advantage of it. We let Jared Verse get some big hits on Jaden Daniels. We let him get back into the game. He didn't end up with a sack. They took the sack away, luckily, which would frustrate him to no end. But LSU should be up more here. It should be 21-7 at least. It scares me. It scares me that we allowed Florida State to get some points there. And then I do like that we made something out of nothing there to get points right before half. But once again, we could have scored a touchdown. I mean, we're throwing away red zone opportunities, and it's going to come back to haunt us. It almost came back to haunt Florida State last year. It should have, but just put Gregory Clayton back there. I mean, Turd Ferguson is saying, why can't we catch a punt? It's just put Gregory Clayton Jr. back there. I know he kind of made one of the riskier plays we've ever seen him do, just barely. But then he also keeps continuing to just catch him. And there wasn't any bobble. There wasn't any dip in his catch right there in the late first quarter. He absolutely sealed that thing in fine, and it was kind of crazy the way he did that, but probably should have just let it go over his head, obviously. But he has been steady back there. He hasn't made a mistake yet. Just put him back there. Sucks that happened for Aaron Anderson, though, because we really want him to be that weapon, and it starts like that. It's just like, oh my God, will they not even trust him now? Like, anyway, Definitely keep coming back. We'll be going live once again after the game. Immediately after the game. Take it easy, everybody. Go Tigers. It's going to be a wild second half. If you think this game has been boring or something, just go watch something else. Go watch something else because this is football, baby. College football is back. There's some hitting going on out there. I'm loving it. I'm eating it up. I love the chess match. I just love football. Let's go, baby. Go Tigers.